Welcome to a 3 versus 3 between ELYS Mauster in red. In red, we have ELYS KingKoncorde and ELYS Morderca. And on the other team we have ELYS TheRealRUNRUN, cptspoke and Terradus. And it looks like we have a little small fighters and scouts going out on the map. And what else do we have? We have some. So it's the ELYS team versus some randoms. And here we have fighter killing some scouts from ELYS team. And from the other team we have, let's call them the randoms. The randoms are making some fast artillery for, this is some kiting artillery. And it has a decent reload, and it also has some point defense to contest with other, like artillery or missile ships, so it doesn't take damage from them. And how will ELYS respond? They haven't spawned a lot of ships yet. It looks like they're reacting. And here it comes with some fighters. Will they be able to counter those? Those are really fast fighters. And they take some damage, but it's not much. And they're gonna get one of the units. Yeah, they're making costs, but now they're gonna retreat in face of all of these ships. It's probably a good choice. They might maybe be able to go in and dodge some of this, but it's risky. And you're probably not making costs. These are pretty expensive. They cost 200 a piece. And yeah, it looks like cptspoke is making these long-range plasma ships with spinal plasma and 6-range modded plasma. And this ship has a lot of shield as well, so it should be able to stand on the front line and take some damage. Hopefully, if it's gonna make cost. Let's see if you can use those shields throughout the game, or if the shield will be not cost effective. And it looks like yeah. What's his name? His name is Terradus. It looks like Terradus is going a little too close. Oh, and here brings some flak. That's gonna help against all these fighters. These flak wouldn't want to go in against this flak. This flak would really kill them quite quickly. And here comes KingKoncorde with some artillery, some really fast artillery characters. Oh, and look at these flak. Oh, it's just decimating these fighters. That was a poor play by Meowster. And yeah, let's see what will KingKoncorde, how will they react. And it looks like Morderca is making some long-range plasma, and these are not full-ranged plasma. I'm not sure about that choice. Like you probably want to range more now because everyone has range, and I'm not like one speed mod helps at this range, but one speed mod isn't enough to hit like these fight characters, and yeah, basically nothing else. Yeah, it doesn't, in this situation it doesn't really help against anything. Yeah, I would recommend a range instead. Let's see if he takes some damage. No, he avoids all of the damage. He avoids both the volley from ELYS KingKoncorde and the volleys from Morderca. Oh, and there it goes, one hit, but it's probably gonna be regenerated by the shields. Might have punched through the shield a little bit on that little carrier. And it looks like cptspoke's plasma is starting to come in range. And these are really long range units. This ship has 2,387 range. And these plasma. Oh, and watch out for this artillery, they need to be... Yeah, and that's a volley going in from ELYS KingKoncorde. He's using his volley ships good. So the way to use his artillery ships is to combine them all so they fire at once in one single volley. So we win and deal some damage, and then you go out. It's an expensive way to do it, but it can work. So if yeah, and yeah, but I would, yeah. And also we have some from Mauster. He's making some long-range artillery with just one range mod. And he has some shields on these things, but he has no point defense. And there are some missiles from cptspoke, so they might be able to poke through these shields, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we're looking at attrition at long range, and it looks like, oh, the artillery is going through. Yeah, cptspoke, yeah, he doesn't have enough point defense, I'd say. And yeah, these ships should be behind his main ships, and now he's just losing them because they got new armor. These units are meant for tanking all the damage, but he doesn't use it for tanking. So yeah, it looks like Terradus is poking away at these ships, and he shouldn't take much damage in return. But these ships also have a shield, so That's gonna negate some of the damage. And yeah, Captain Spoke and KingKoncorde gets another volley. And it looks like, yeah, what else do we have here? It looks like ELYS, TheRealRUNRUN, the black player, he also is making some long-range plasma. And also some Tesla. These should be able to hit those if they come too close, and they get some hit. These are rather fragile, they only have 320 HP and no shields, so every damage that's dealt to them is gonna count. And yeah. And now Terradus is gonna have to be careful in front of the other guys. Yeah, it looks like these ships are starting to come in range of these. He really should retreat, because there's no reason for him to be in range when he's outranging these ships. I guess they're decent at tank with all their shields. And you can see these volleys of plasma coming in just by Terradus being in front. He should be like careful not to force all the volleys to go into his ally, because they're gonna punch through the shields and deal some damage that is lasting. But as you can see here, all of this plasma volley is going to be wasted, so Terradus is doing a good job there. Oh, look at this this nuke. And it jumps on top of 2 of them, and it gets 2. That should be decent cost. Yeah, these are 870 a pop piece, so yeah, it's a decent trade to get 2 of them with this really expensive bomb nuke, that really expensive cloak nuke. And it looks like, yeah, I'm not sure why the rerun is going so close, but it looks like they're gonna get one of the big ships. And yeah, it looks like KingKoncorde isn't making much damage here. He's not effective enough, I'd say. There goes one of black ships, the TheRealRUNRUN. And look here at Captain Spoke, he's losing one of the ships, it looks like. But Terradus is still keeping all his ships alive, as well as KingKoncorde. So both KingKoncorde and Terradus are building up a large number of units here. So they're gonna have a death ball that's gonna be contesting all the map later. So even if all these ships go down, they're gonna be pretty good off. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like Morderca's ships are holding the front line. They have really have a lot of HP, 12% HP. Compared to these ships, they have 200 and 100 HP, so a bit less. Now they're facing off. Oh, look here, a shipbreaker coming. And this shipbreaker might be able to get through unless someone targets it, and it's gonna finish off this ship from the black player. And it looks like, yeah, you should really contest them. Terradus is really helping out there, because otherwise he's gonna lose this ship. And this ship is rather expensive with some shields. It's not supposed to take this much damage in short term. And it goes down immediately. Look at the shipbreaker. It's already made cost, a lot of cost. It's really making cost. Will it get the ship too? I'm not sure it will. It still has some energy left, and it gets some shots off. And it gets it. Oh, that was a really good run from Mauster. Yeah, Terradus still has quite a lot of ships left, and I don't see how they're gonna contend with this. I think if he just plays carefully, Terradus should be able to like keep KingKoncorde away. Like KingKoncorde can't really kite with this, because he has limited fire arc. He only has like a 90-degree fire arc, so he can fire on the way when retreating. And yes, it's gonna be hard for KingKoncorde to do any damage against this group of units, this death ball of Terradus. But on the other hand, as long as KingKoncorde is just dodging and avoiding, it's gonna be hard for Terradus to deal damage to KingKoncorde as well. But it looks like, yeah, some stray plasma and torpedoes are doing some damage against KingKoncorde. So yeah, his dodging has to be really important. These units are rather large, so they are going to be a rather large clump of units. They're going to have trouble avoiding when in large group. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like the point defense is working out. Yeah, it looks like, oh, and here comes a jump nuke. This might be just what the ELYS team needs. Like this thing, they should be able to jump on top, and Terradus is already springing out these units. So that's, yeah, he really needs to spring out these units. But even if just one of these jumps on top of a couple of them, it's gonna make cost. So these nukes are gonna force Terradus to adapt or somehow. I'm not sure how he's gonna counter this, because yeah, his units are still really clumped up. So these nukes are gonna be really dangerous for Terradus. And yeah, I think, yeah, like the other team, like the random team could also, oh look here, here's the nuke. What will Terradus do? It looks like it's retreating, and yeah, all this spam is going in front, but there's more nukes coming in. Will they hit? They hit, and they get 1 kill, but only 1 kill. That's not a good trade. He lost 3 nukes, and only killing 1 ships and damaging a few of the others. But they also have shields, so they're gonna regenerate some of that. And KingKoncorde is going forward, but he's taking some damage. That's a disadvantage of not having any shields. You're gonna take some damage and lose ships if you're not careful. And he doesn't even have point defense. And it looks like Terradus is moving forward again. It looks like Terradus is gonna be able to carry this game, unless they, well, some nukes can still change that. And it looks like, yeah, that's not a good choice going against. That was not. It looks like another nuke, and that was not a good nuke. That was a waste nuke, a really expensive nuke. He should really say that nuke for this artillery units. But it looks like the ELYS team is running out of ships now. I'm not sure how they were planning. Oh, and this is a good volley from KingKoncorde, killing about half a ship there. But yeah, but Terradus is still left unchecked. They really need to deal with Terradus. And another volley, and it gets, yeah, it almost gets the ships. But as you can see, even with 2 volleys in, KingKoncorde hasn't really dealt enough damage. He needs to deal more damage. And here comes, yeah, I didn't give the nuke time. Oh, it still hits. That's a good hit. It gets, I didn't really see, but it gets maybe 2-3 ships, and that's a good trade and damaged a lot of others. So it's a decent trade. As you can see, Terradus doesn't really have anything fast here, or anything with fast projectile speed, so he has just 1 speed mod and 2 speed mod missiles, and they're not doing quite enough damage. And as you can see, he managed to stop. Terradus managed to stop just before the volley hit from these units, and it looks like he's moving in and going to nuke, but he gets it with some random stuff there going at him. Yeah, Meowster is, yeah, he's stealing some. Yeah, he needs to be more, like he can save up, maybe sending 7 nukes at once. Maybe is an alternative. Yes, it is. And I don't really have time to critique the signs here, but as we can see, yeah, Terradus is still holding line, but now KingKoncorde is making on a nuke, and what else do they have? It looks like cptspoke needs some, yeah, he has some energy regeneration on these things, but he also has cloak, so the cloak is mostly draining his energy. But here comes Terradus and just supplies him with energy again. I don't think cptspoke's AI is good for this, like, oh, here comes the nukes again, what is gonna go for? Oh, this looks bad. Oh my god. It just took us out, that took out all of that. Oh my god. That's amazing. Now ELYS should take this game. That was an amazing nuke, probably killing like 4,000, 5,000 cost in ships, maybe more. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, it's still fairly even, I'd say, but I think ELYS team has the best coordination here. So yeah, it's still pretty even, I'd say. Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, it looks like, yeah, they have some nukes, and they should be able to jump on top of it, unless, well, it looks like, yeah. KingKoncorde is also deploying some stasis scouts to deal with the nukes, to keep in front of his units to try to bait the nukes, so that he will uncloak the nuke and something will get it. But also there isn't much instant firing units. There's like nothing. So even if he uncloaks this, he needs to catch it with something. And here comes the nuke goes in, and yeah, it gets one. It gets one of these ships, and I think that's about an even trade. It also damages. Oh, these are actually quite cheap. They are only 574. That's quite cheap, actually. So by skimping on what you call? Oh, and here comes a jump nuke, and it gets a hit. And here comes another jump nuke, and it gets one of these ships. That's good, and it gets the other ship as well. That's good. That's a good trade. Those ships are kind of hard to kill, not as hard as these ships are hard to kill. Yeah, and it looks like the black players are getting separated from the rest of the units, and it gets taken out. And I think, yeah, this is not a good ship to keep in the front line. It's a carrier. It's like, yeah, it's not that good to keep in the front line against all this plasma. So either you should go in or you should retreat. but he's not doing anything. And here comes another nuke. Oh, and the stasis hits it before it can hit, but it's still continuing. Oh, yeah, but that was a good reaction from KingKoncorde. He managed to decloak it, and that also resets the jump, so the units cannot jump after it has been hit by the stasis field, by the stasis round. So yeah. Yeah, and it looks like these heavy armored ships, yeah, they're doing work. And this little nuke gets where it's gonna go. It's gonna hit the ships, but yeah, that's not really making cost. These are really have a lot of HP, and they also have shields, so they can just sort of regenerate that. And it looks like, yeah, I'd say that ELYS team has the best firepower here. Looks like they're gonna take it. Yeah. Captain Spoke doesn't really have a lot of DPS there. Yeah, he's gonna lose here. And here comes ELYS and just re-supporting it. And yeah, it looks like, yeah. Where is the rest of the units? I'm not sure if the random team has any money saved up. Like, they might have, but I'm not sure. Because now Spoke is just taking damage without dealing much back. Yeah, it looks like the ELYS team is gonna win this. We're gonna have to see if the other team can do anything to come back. But Terradus surrenders. GG. Well, nice comeback there by the nuke from KingKoncorde.